Because of my strong Christian upbringing and stricter household, I was not trying to step outside the lines. And when I tried to go to college, I kind of let loose at that point because I was just amazed at all of the freedom that I had. Like, oh, I can move, I can breathe. That's kind of where the downslide, started happening, and ended up getting pregnant. And this is when I am 19 when I got pregnant. And obviously this is out of wedlock and I didn't know what to do. And I ended up a single mom, and my family did not accept that. And they were not supportive. I understand it, but it was really hard. I went through depression and I had to figure out how to get food, because again, I'm in a dead-end job. I'm working at a shoe store. Throughout all of that, I ended up having my vehicle break down every single year. I ended up my lights being turned off at one point because I didn't have enough money to pay my light bill. I had my heat turned off, and this is in Michigan in the dead of winter. I went through a lot. I had begun working at a bar, and my mother told me, she was just like, God told me, do not go work at this bar. Do not go work at this bar. And this bar is, of course, where I met my daughter's biological father. I know that I took a morning after contraceptive after the fact, and I was just like, oh, I'll be fine. And no, I was not fine. And I was just like, wait, what? When I took a pregnancy test, and my heart just dropped, it sank into the earth's mantle. I was not prepared for that. And I was just like, what am I gonna do? Just to be frank and to be honest, this is a guy that I barely know. As embarrassing as it is, this is a guy that I barely even know. So much was going through my head, and honestly, abortion was a thought. It was definitely a thought, and I've always been pro-life, always pro-life, always pro-life, but I definitely contemplated it. As the pregnancy progressed, my feelings did not change. It was just more and more dread of what am I gonna do? What am I gonna, how? I don't know how to care for this child. And I was so detached from her. I feel bad saying that, I feel like a horrible person, but those were my honest thoughts and my honest feelings. I just was upset. I didn't even name her. I didn't want to name her because I didn't want to accept that I was having a kid. I was not attached when I brought her home. I think I honestly went through postpartum depression. There are statistics that say a lot of kids, they don't make it past the first year of life. And me being the horrible person that I was at that time, mentally, I was just I wouldn't be upset if she caught a cold or she SIDS or something, and I didn't want her. I didn't want this precious child that God had blessed me with. And I don't think I started to bond with her until it took months. Our relationship is so awesome now. I could never imagine life without her. God gave me a beautiful kid. She's sweet, she's happy. I'm just this is my baby, and I'm seeing her grow up, and she's developing, and I'm just getting these feelings. I feel like I'm a mom. Ended up getting married in 2015. My husband's in the Marine Corps. They're best friends, and they have this crazy bond, and I love it. They're awesome. God's hand on my life. I see that He's never left me despite everything that I did in my power to pretty much run away from Him. And then once I finally let go and let God take control, it's just blessing after blessing. He's blessed my daughter. He gave me a beautiful, healthy child who is happy, who's talented, who loves God. Like, she is in it to win it. And there are countless stories that I have of God moving and blessing me and rewriting my story for me. He didn't let what happened to me become a dead end. What he's done, what he's currently doing, and what I believe he's going to do for me is just amazing. So much came from just that one little kid. Like, I made a mistake and God made a masterpiece